Hola y bienvenidos a este video sobre los colores en español. Hello and welcome to this video lesson where we're going to be talking about colors in Spanish. Los retos de esta clase son aprender los nombres de los colores en español, so to learn the names of the colors in Spanish, poder preguntar a alguien cuál es su color favorito, to be able to ask someone which is their favorite color, y entender cómo los adjetivos de los colores cambian con diferentes nombres. So to understand how different color adjectives change for different nouns. So let's get started. That's one of my favorites, and it is azul. Azul, meaning blue. I'll give you some examples of how this might be used in a phrase. El cielo es azul. The sky is blue. El mar es azul. El mar es azul. The sea is blue. So these are masculine words. Mar is el mar, and cielo, el cielo. But even if we used a feminine word like mesa, meaning table, la mesa, azul wouldn't change because it ends in an L. So it would still be la mesa es azul. However, if we use it with a plural noun, like las mesas, so the tables, it would go to azules. So it would gain an ES. There is rojo, rojo. Los tomates son rojos. So here we've got a plural word, tomatoes. So instead of saying es, meaning is, we have to say son, which means are. So tomatoes are red, los tomates son rojos. And notice that because it's masculine, los tomates, we gain an S on the end, but it keeps the O, so it goes to rojos. If we use a feminine noun, like sangre, which means blood, la sangre is roja. The O on the end of rojo changes to an A. And if it were plural, with a feminine noun, it would go to rojas. So rojo, roja, rojos, rojas. Follows a nice, clear pattern. Color is verde, verde. So remember that V is a kind of B sound. Verde. El pasto es verde. Grass is green. So because this one ends in an E, it doesn't change from masculine or feminine. So we've got el pasto, which is a masculine word. If we wanted to use a feminine word like hoja, la hoja, meaning the leaf, it would be la hoja es verde. So verde wouldn't change. But for some plural nouns like hojas, so the leaves, las hojas son verdes. We need to remember to change es to son, so is goes to are, like in English, and then we just add an s to show that it's plural. Las hojas son verdes. So this one, it can only be verde or verdes, just two different ways. Amarillo, amarillo, which means yellow. Los limones son amarillos. The lemons are yellow. So here we're using a masculine plural word, limones, so we gain an S on amarillo. If we use amarillo with a feminine noun, like chaqueta, meaning jacket, it goes to amarilla. Mi chaqueta es amarilla. My jacket is yellow. This color is naranja. Naranja. So remember that J goes to a kind of H sound. Naranja. Las naranjas son naranjas. So just like in English, the color orange is the same word as the fruit orange. In Spanish, it's exactly the same. So oranges are orange. Now this one's a bit odd because it's it obviously ends in an A, so it looks like it's already in the feminine. The word naranjo doesn't exist, so even if you were to use this adjective to describe something masculine, like el coche, the car, you can't say naranjo, so you have to say el coche es naranja. And as in the example, las naranjas son naranjas, if you use it in a plural, it does gain an S. So it can only be naranja or naranjas, never naranjo. Is blanco, white. El papel es blanco. Paper is white. So here, el papel is masculine and singular, so it stays as blanco. If we were to use it with a feminine noun, it would go to blanca. If we use it as a plural, it can go to blancos or blancas. Por ejemplo, for example, las flores son blancas. Flowers are white. The next color is negro. Negro, meaning black. So we use this term sometimes to talk about el mercado negro, the black market, remembering that when we use it in this way, the color goes after the noun. So we'd say the black market. In Spanish is the market black. Because it's el mercado, it's masculine and singular, it stays as negro. But we can also change it to negra, negros, and negras. For example, las cortinas son negras. The curtains are black. So because las cortinas, it's a feminine and a plural noun, negro goes to negras. The next color is morado. Morado. La mochila es morada. The backpack is purple. Because it's la mochila, it's a feminine and a singular noun, then morado turns to morada. If we were to talk about various or multiple backpacks, we'd say las mochilas son moradas. So la goes to las, mochila goes to mochilas, morada goes to moradas. So we just gain 3 S's in there. So it follows a really nice, clear pattern and everything agrees. Maron, meaning brown. And we've got that nice rolling R in marrón. As in the example, we have el barro es marrón. El barro es marrón. Mud is brown. Marrón ends in a consonant, so it doesn't go to marrono or marrona, it's just marrón. The only time it does change is in a plural. For example, los osos son marrones. Bears are brown. And that would be the same for a plural word that's masculine or a plural word that's feminine. So there's only ever marrón or marrones. Next color is rosa. Los zapatos son rosas. Los zapatos son rosas. Now this is a bit of a weird one because los zapatos, meaning the shoes, we can see it's los, it's a masculine and plural word. Because it's plural, rosa does gain an S, but it doesn't go to roso. So just like with naranja, you can't have naranjo, with rosa you can't have roso. So you could say, la mesa es rosa, el zapato es rosa. It always stays as rosa. Now sometimes you may come across, especially in South America, this word becomes rosado, which does allow you to say rosado or rosada. And there's also the word naranjado and naranjada. So in South America it's kind of evolved so that it can follow the adjectival agreement, meaning it changes to be masculine or feminine, but I think in Spain most of the time you'll just hear rosa, and it can go to rosas, like in the example, to show plurality, to show that there are multiple shoes. And our final color is gris. gris. Las nubes son grises. So because it ends in a consonant, it doesn't go to grisa or griso, it's just gris in the singular, and in the plural it goes to grises. It doesn't change from masculine or feminine, so it's a nice easy one. So the clouds are grey. Okay, so here are all the colours together. Let's go through them again. Azul, rojo, verde, amarillo, naranja, blanco, negro, marrón, gris, rosa, morado. This might be a good moment to pause the video and read these back to yourself out loud. You can always record your own voice as well and then play it back and compare it to the way I say these. You might hear some different pronunciations of these words as well, depending on who you're listening to and what part of the world they come from. For example, azul, in most of Spain, it would be pronounced azul, so with a sort of TH sound for the Z, azul. But in South America, it would be azul. Rojo, pretty standard. Verde. Amarillo, the double L can be a Y sound, a J sound, or a sh sound. So you might hear amarillo, amarillo, or amarillo. All of those are perfectly correct native Spanish pronunciations of this word. Okay, so when you're ready, just pause the video, say these out to yourself, and then I'll read them out one last time. Okay, so let's go through them again. Azul, rojo, verde, amarillo, naranja, blanco, negro, marrón, gris, rosa, morado. Okay, so now we're going to practice this. So what I'd like us to do now is to do a bit of practice. Here we've got the words in Spanish: rosa, negro, gris, blanco, verde, azul, morado, naranja, marrón, amarillo, y rojo, in a different order to the order we've been looking at them in. And here we've got the English. So what I'd like you to do is just pause the video. If you've got a piece of paper, write these down, write 1 to 11, and then you're just matching them up with the letters on the right. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to do that. Let's go through them. Rosa is pink, so I. Negro, black, so that one's D. Gris, grey, so F. Blanco, white, or C. Verde, green, so that one's B. Azul, blue, so that one goes to A. Morado is purple, which is J. Naranja is orange, which is H. Marrón is brown, which goes to K. Amarillo is yellow, so that one goes to E. And finally, rojo, which is red, goes to G. That brings us to the end of this short video lesson. Muchísimas gracias por ver este video. Thank you very much for watching this video. So next steps you might want to take are to try learning these colours off by heart. So you can always go back through the video, listen to it again, write the colours down, make sure you've got the Spanish and the English. You can check your knowledge of these and do look, cover, write, check to practice this vocabulary. And another activity you might want to do is to write some short phrases down saying what colour different things are, maybe in your home. So las cortinas, the curtains, you could look at what colour your curtains are and write that down, remembering to change the colour if it needs to change, to say whether the noun is masculine, feminine, singular or plural. And if you want to describe things we haven't looked at in this video, you can always use a dictionary or wordreference.com to look up new vocabulary. Otra vez, muchas gracias por ver y espero que te vaya muy bien con el español.